It's 3 a.m. and Josh and Shannon are still hard at work at Hugo Boss.
But we have a small team and everyone understands what needs to be done and what it's supposed to look like when we're done.
Now that they've got both snowbanks in the windows, it's time to add the gigantic boot, packed with LED lights for added punch.
It's awesome.
It looks so good.
So cool. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like the color lights, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
If it were white, it would just kind of blend in.
Things are also looking up at Macy's. They've resolved the mislabeling problem and they're starting to hang the decorations. A major part of their design process was incorporating Macy's signature red into the decorations. 87,000 red ornaments create a high-impact design. One team gets to work on the installation of the 10 arches. Each one weighs 100 pounds and must be lifted to the ceiling by crane and then fixed into place. A second team gets started on the 41 ceiling garlands. The big question here is whether these garlands will line up with the hardware already in place. There was no dry run, so Martin and his rigging team hold their breath to see whether the frames will fit.
Everyone's intention was to test 2 weeks ago, and it just didn't happen. We were waiting for metal to be fabricated, and we were waiting for the moldings to get put on the ceiling. And the moldings didn't happen until this morning. So we knew we were testing with a 40-person staff and a lot of pressure, and that was a big risk for us.
Wow.
Ornaments holding it up. That's what I was afraid of. When we went to put it into the 4-inch slot, the ornaments were holding us from being flush to the ceiling.
The frame doesn't fit.
We can do the whole thing baling wire. Well, bring it up. Let me just see what it looks like.
The plan is to suspend the frame from the ceiling using strong wire rather than screwing into the hardware as originally planned.
This is what we face. We face, we're an inch off. An inch off means maybe an hour or two of figuring out how to fix it. But we do. That's what we do.
So the way the moldings were made for us didn't exactly marry with how we made the metal. Probably lost, a good 2 hours with 30 men, women sitting on the ground watching us try to figure out a solution. So, that's a considerable amount of time, 60 man-hours on a night like this, hard to lose.
With a solution found, it's all systems go. The team works frantically, lifting arches, hanging garlands, and decorating the lights. In total, the install requires over 7,700 man-hours of work to achieve. With holiday shoppers swarming back in just a few short hours, it will take a gargantuan effort just to get it all done. It might be slow going for Matthew's team, but for the Hugo Boss crew, the install is moving along nicely. Shannon's getting started on the sledding hill. She mounts each tiny sled with a screw and washer drilled through the belt.
Oh my God, it's perfect. Thank God for those hinges.
Next, they have the fun job of attaching the sled's riders.
This one's gonna have its little arms up and it's holding the sled with its big fat teeth.
With the sleds attached, the team lifts the conveyor belt into position to check whether it fits as planned.
It's clearing the motor.
Oh my God, I'm dying.
With the clock ticking, Josh adds the finishing touches.
Everything turned out the way I wanted it and pretty much the way it looked in my design. So I'm extremely happy with how it turned out.
The following evening, Matthew comes back along with Lisa to enjoy the windows.
This is great, Matthew.
It's cute, isn't it?
I love this guy. He's like stealing the snowman's arm.
We love it. It's so festive. It stopped us when we were walking by. We love the lights and all the little animals. It's really nice, and the characters are very stylish. I was noticing, the purple outfits and stuff like that. That's our favorite color.
Coming up, at Macy's, all the decorations are up and the crowds have gathered. Come join the party as we officially kick off the holiday season.